we're here at Regal Robot, and we are sitting with Tom Spina, who is the guy behind a lot of this. Not all of it, because he's got lots of people who work for
I sure do.
Thanks for inviting us over for a start.
Oh, sure. No, it's great to have you. And it's always good to see you. We've known each other quite a while now.
We kept talking online, and then we did the interview, and then we finally met.
Right? Years later.
Years later. Yeah. Talk us through a little bit. We're here in front of the latest products. So let's start from right to left.
Sure.
As the camera looks.
Yeah. So, camera right, got it. So the skulls have actually been around for a little while. The largest one here is sort of our premiere piece. So I'm a fan of taking something you see in Star Wars but trying it in a new way. Yeah. And to me that's what this was. Mia Nakamura was an effects friend of mine. She's an effects artist, brilliant sculptor and just maker in general. And she had come up with this sort of interpretation of that symbol on Boba Fett's shoulder as a real skull. And I just loved her take on it. And so we had, the first piece was the small one, which she sculpted. We then had her sculpt this 17.5-inch monstrosity here. Each one of these, really all of this stuff it's all made in the US. Yeah. We're painting everything by hand. This isn't stuff that's like pumped out of a machine somewhere.
No, we've just seen some of the molds in the office.
Yeah,
in the workshop, and it's just phenomenal.
And it's to me, there's something about we're old school effects people here. Like we like to get our hands into stuff. We like to weather things and make them look dirty and old. And to me, that's what makes something look Star Wars. It's like the weathering.
Yeah.
And so we've got a few different variations on that. There's a limited edition pewter skull. Actually, here, put your hand out.
Good Lord.
Okay. Yeah, so, that's hefty.
Yeah.
Matt's in love.
Solid pewter. There's only 300 of them made, and all hand stained, just like the other ones.
That's really nice.
Captures all those little details in the nooks and crannies.
Yeah. It comes with the stand, so you can actually.
That's
put it
right.
somewhere.
Just goes right in his eyeballs.
In his eyeballs.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody thinks under the horns, but the horns are asymmetrical on the logo.
Right.
So the eyes are a little more straight. So this is our newest piece, which is the Han Solo plaque. We've got the wall decor piece and then the little mini plaque. Both are made to hang on the wall. The mini plaque actually comes with a little hanger on the back.
Nice.
And again, much like the other ones, they're all hand painted. They're all cast in the U.S. These two actually have the unique distinction that we were able to scan the real prop.
Yeah.
And so using those files, we were able to develop this face and keep it really faithful to the real thing. But even still, we had to make some modifications to make it this art piece, because normally he'd have a bit more belly there. So the belly sort of tucks in, and then we went through and by hand we did a little cleanup, because every time there's a print there's cleanup.
Sure.
And because we just like to put our hands in things.
So this is this one piece?
Yes.
Meaning the frame as well?
Yes, this is all cast as a single piece, and then when we distress it, we just do a light distressing on the frame, but we focus on Han and make sure that he gets that little extra look. And there's something about the carbonite piece I mean, we did the Han carbonite desk years ago. That was what inspired Regal Robot to start. And it's just, there's something about it. People respond to it, and it's been really cool getting these out there. We've only just launched these a couple of weeks ago. And it's just really cool to see people reacting to them. People starting to hang them in their man caves and share photos and stuff. I just love it.
So what are I mean, you can't give too much away because it's future potential projects, but you look at something like that that's so iconic.
Yeah.
Okay, wish list. If you've got a wish list of things you would like to do, what would you like to do?
So,
you've done your Emperor's chair, you've done your
That's true. Yeah, so we have our Emperor's throne, which is not a replica of the real throne, but a functional, comfortable, super comfortable living room chair. And so wish list. For 2019 we're going to be doing busts and characters and maquettes and things like that.
Yeah, so you just got the license.
Very close to my heart. Anybody who knows me knows I like to sculpt Star Wars monsters. That's how I got started. Sculpting dozens of Cantina monsters for commercials and things like that. And I want to bring some of that to Regal now. So we have announced we're doing a life-size Chewbacca bust. So that's going to have hair, it's going to have artificial teeth, glass eyes. It'll be the sort of, FX guy version of a static Chewie bust. And it's something that I don't think other companies have ever really tackled in the way that we want it.
Yeah, you want it as accurate as you.
Yeah, and then we do have, I'm really excited about this, and that's the Phil Tippett Tauntaun maquette. So we're working with Tippett Studios. We've gotten casting directly out of his mold from the 70s that he used to make the original maquette for the Tauntaun, which is just my favorite interpretation of it. He's got that little mane, he's a little hairier.
Snarl on the snout.
Right, and it's just...
The one you saw in the book, the big...
Yeah,
book,
right? Yeah. So to me, to even see that piece in person after looking at these photos of it for decades...
Yeah.
Is amazing. Yeah. And so then when we had the chance with Phil to make this signature edition and to make this replica of that maquette and put that into fans' hands, if it's not clear, I'm very excited about this.
So that'll be ready for celebration next year, hopefully.
Yes,
Fingers
we
crossed.
should. We will definitely, if nothing else, we'll be taking orders by then for sure.
Right, good.
Our prototype is just about done. You guys got a sneak peek at that. You guys didn't. Sorry, but so we're now a few months away from the end of the year. Really, we're hoping by very early 2019 we should be taking pre-orders on those,
and then we'll start making up to here, I think.
Yeah. And then Chewy will be in a similar time frame. He'll definitely have a prototype for celebration, and I'd like to be taking orders by then too.
Yeah. So this stuff's awesome. Where can people buy it?
Thanks. So they can buy it on regalrobot.com, and they can follow us on. We're at Regal Robot on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest,
MySpace, Bebo.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. And now for Star Wars stuff, we are limited. We can only ship to U.S. locations. We can take orders from anybody, but just part of the license that we're limited to a U.S. delivery address.
Right.
But other than that,
But
check
there's
out the
plenty
website.
of places that they can ship to as a US address and then have shipped themselves that you can't condone, but they can
I
do that
can't
themselves.
officially condone that.
You can ship it to my mate in America and they can ship it to me.
We
That's
just
not a
bring
problem.
big cases for Chicago, so we get
That's
that
right.
beautiful Tauntaun piece that we all
Absolutely,
wanted.
come
Yeah.
see us at Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see you guys again there.
We can't
Hopefully
wait.
we'll run into you soon, and thanks for coming by.
My pleasure, thank you.
Thanks.